Hi, welcome to the Applied AI series. Curious to know about AI, but don't know where to start? This beginner-friendly series will guide you through the basics and show you how to use artificial intelligence in the real world. So, lecture one is about what is artificial intelligence and where do we see it around us. This series is brought to you by Skills Zakhira. By the end of this session, you will understand what artificial intelligence is, identify the real life uses of artificial intelligence, and know the difference between artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning. All the three terms used very commonly in this genre. And also, we are going to play a fun AI-based quiz or game to ensure that you've understood the concept clearly. So what is artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence is when machine or computer do things that normally need human thinking. For example, when you're solving a problem, recognizing faces, speaking, you need you need your brain to do the processing. So when the computer is doing the processing or thinking, just like a human does, human brain does, then the artificial intelligence comes into action. It's like giving machine a mini brain. AI is not magic. It's just a machine that learns from the data, thinks based on examples, decide what to do next, and improve over time. For example, a robot that learns how to play football, or your phone that gets better at predicting your messages. So all of this is basically artificial intelligence. AI is all around us in everyday life. We are using AI even in many applications where we don't even realize that we're using it. For example, when you're using YouTube or Netflix and you get recommendations of videos based on your liking, or when you're using smart assistants like Alexa or Siri to guide you for giving weather predictions or recommending an audio. Google Translate when you're traveling around, moving around, and you want the language to be translated, to be understood well. Similarly, modern technologies like self-driving cars is also using AI to do its task. When you're using your phone to unlock your phone through Face ID, that is also due to AI. Similarly, Gmail filter spams and many, many more applications. So let's see if you can think of some more applications. Please write them down in the comment section if you know some more applications that you are currently thinking of. So we have artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning. These are terms which are often interchanged or mixed together or are often not understood as clearly as they need to be. So what is the difference between the three terms? So artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning, they're all, yes, interrelated, but they are slightly different as well. So to give an example, we are going to use the metaphor of a cake. So artificial intelligence is basically a general whole cake. If I want to make a specific filling inside a cake, for example, I want to fill in the cream and so that is going to make it more specific. That is going to be machine learning. And then the chocolate chips deep inside the cake, that is going to be deep learning. So as you see, a general cake, which is more generic, is going to be the cake. And as we streamline, as we make it more detailed, as you can say, it turns into machine learning, and further more detailed then becomes deep learning. So AI is the big idea, machine doing smart things, that is your artificial intelligence, machine learning from the data, how they like how we learn from experience. So sometimes we don't know something and we only learn from experience. Machine learning works in a similar manner. It is trained through learning. And deep learning is a special kind of machine learning that uses layers like human brain. So as you can see, artificial intelligence may or may not need data. For example, chatbots, game bots, It may require the training of training and experience to learn from it, and sometimes it may not. But in machine learning and deep learning, a lot of data is already needed for the training of the model. For example, machine learning, if you are making prediction of sales or spam detection, so you need a previous data to train it. Similarly, in deep learning, to identify faces or voices, we also need a deep set of training data, as you say. So real life examples, you can see if you just use one application, for example, if you look at your phone, a general application of AI would be phone talks to you and listens to you. Whereas if you are using your phone to recommend you a certain app or a content, that would be machine learning. And it detects your face, that you can say is deep learning. So you can see, you can use all three without even realizing it. So let's compare machine learning and deep learning now. Now, in machine learning, you first tell the robot what to look for. Then it learns how to use those features to make decision. For example, you show the robot, look, this is what an apple looks like. It's supposed to be red and round, whereas bananas are supposed to be yellow and they're long. So then the robot uses those features to classify new fruit. So you're already telling the model that, look, this is how the data is supposed to look like. This is what you're supposed to identify. However, in deep learning, the robot learns everything by itself. So you give them a lot of like 1,000 pictures, a lot of pictures, and it figures out itself that apple is going to be red and round, banana is going to be yellow and long. So you're not specifically telling it beforehand itself, like in machine learning model. You're giving it a lot of data and it is just going to figure it out through self-learning. Why AI matters to you? Why do we need to know about AI? As the world is changing, we know AI is becoming increasingly important. It is part of our daily life. We can no longer separate ourselves from the artificial intelligence anymore, so we need to know about it. AI will shape the future, jobs, education, medicine, and almost all the sectors of our life. You can build your own AI projects even without coding. So if you learn how to use, you have knowledge about artificial intelligence, it can benefit you in almost every field that you are going into. Let's understand this using a fun game. So I have a smart machine detective. The goal is to understand the difference between artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning through real world scenario. So what will happen is I will give you stories, some scenarios. I'll give you two stories, and your job is to tell whether this falls in the category of artificial intelligence, machine learning, or deep learning. And you have to justify also why. So the first scenario is a robot vacuum moves around the house. When it bumps into the wall, it changes direction automatically. Now, it doesn't have to learn from the past mistakes, but it follows simple programmed rules. As you can see, what is it? This is just artificial intelligence. This is not anything. You're not training it to make decisions on its own, but it's just following instructions. So this is pure logic, and sensors are allowed to make decisions, and there's no learning involved, right? So this is just basic artificial intelligence. Whereas in machine learning, you can say in the second scenario, you can see you can use a music app that suggests songs based on what you've liked before. So if you like a certain category of music, it is going to keep on recommending you that kind of music. The more you listen to it, the better suggestion it gets. So what is that? As I already told you, this is machine learning because you are learning from the set of pattern and behavior. So where learning is involved, that is going to be called machine learning. And with a lot of excessive layers in between, that is going to be deep learning, right? And if we are generally talking about uh, as an automation or generally just following logic, then that is artificial intelligence. Please note, artificial intelligence does incorporate machine learning and deep learning. So it is also used as a general term which includes machine learning and deep learning also. So well done. So far, you've done a good job. Next, we will dig deeper into what machine learning is, what types of models are used, and how can we actually make a model. So stay tuned, like and subscribe if you want to keep yourself updated on the AI Applied series. See you in the next video. Thank you.